Hey guys, this is Brightworks in Post here, and I just wanted to let you know that this match is quite a bit different than what I usually cover, so I wouldn't feel bad if you didn't want to watch this one, but I would definitely say to check out the end, because it's pretty explosive and pretty different from what you usually see. Anyways, hope you enjoy. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Brightworks and the barren wastes of 9 Metal Islands. This is one of those maps that we don't see all too often, and this match certainly is unlike anything that we've seen in a good long while. Today we're going to be taking it a 10-player match, broken down into a whole bunch of different teams over here. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 different teams, all represented by various different colors over here, and it should be interesting to see what exactly we're going for. Oh my goodness. All right, we've got some crazy settings right here, so before we go too far into this, let's meet all our players here. So we have Cacklade, as well as Professor Claps representing the blue, Pizza Time and Aeon Spy going to be the red. We have Timothy Matlack here, as well as Jamphone going to be the yellow, and then for the pink we have Shmuen and Goku 1. Already I'm noticing something bizarre is happening here. It looks like everything is turned up to the absolute most maximum. We have maximum build power, we have maximum metal income, it looks like. Yeah, 1,400 or so metal per second right now. Each of these metal extractors producing about 194 metal per second. I have a feeling this game is going to start off pretty quick here. Loads of T1 labs pumping out just about everything that they can. Loads of constructors here. The only question is, why on earth are we not jumping straight up to T2 at this point? Might as well. There we go. We have some spiders being produced out as well. Beautiful. What a mess. So if you're looking for advice on how to play a competitive game, maybe you're looking for a way to improve your competitive play, unfortunately this is not the video for you. This is a definitely for funds lobby, and I'm expecting it to be quite a mess. Already we have a whole bunch of spies being sent out, not spies, but scouts rather, being sent out by Shmuen. They've been queued all over the place here. We have Razorbacks in production already. Yeah, I was wondering about this. Why not just go for T3? If, yeah, I mean, you have the build power, right? You have all the energy and the metal required right here. Why not go for just absolutely maximum T3? T2 metal extractors producing 700 metal a second here. Should be no problem for any of these commanders to go for T3 immediately. We have anti-nukes coming up all over the place as well. That makes a whole lot of sense, especially considering those anti-nukes are going to have to defend against nukes that could probably be thrown together in just about 3 seconds here. T1 constructors all over the place. My goodness, what an absolute mess. Flooding the map right now with T1. If you don't have a powerful computer, I would definitely not recommend this game mode. We do have a whole bunch of pulsars coming out, starlights rather, coming out here. There's backed up by pulsars in the back here, but now Thors are coming out as well. Anti-nukes being built, and yeah, there we go. Some nuclear chambers being loaded up here as well. Loads of T1 just all over the place. The T1 swarm being sent out here. I love the rocket spiders. I actually really think that's a great idea. Oh, we have epic units enabled as well. Sure, why not? Why not some epic units? Sharpshooters being built in mass too. What a mess. What an absolute mess. The waves of orange and red now headed over in this direction right now. We're gonna need to see a rapid response right here. T2 heavy tanks trying their very best against the endless swarm of T1 maces coming out now. Epic Zars firing away from the low ground here, taking 3 seconds apiece to build. My goodness, what a battlefield. Razorbacks coming up on the southern side. We do have a whole bunch of radar jammers that were built here apparently. Janus is also being built in mass. Now Titans are rolling out the battlefield. Triple Titan production coming up for the yellow commander here, definitely thinking at scale. Finally, we see some epic Zars hitting the battlefield here. They're gonna have no problem blasting away all this T1 trash. We are producing just about 1.5 billion thugs per second here. Just going for more and more labs, all producing thugs. We really need to work on queuing these here. I think queuing them all forward and then queuing them out of the lab might be the ideal solution here. My goodness, we've gone to hell. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to what the end of Beyond All Reason looks like. 3 minutes in, and we're at the absolute epitome of what Beyond All Reason could look like. This is overtuned as all hell. We have a whole bunch of extra commanders set up here. That would be a funny army. Build a whole bunch of decoy commanders. Yeah, there they go. Marching across the map right here is Kekalade's decoy commanders. You can always fire their decoy D-gun as well in case you were interested in just terrorizing your opponents here. I don't know how the computer is going to hold up here. We're already at 30 FPS, and we are still pumping out T1 from just about everybody here. We've got T1 still in mass fab right now from the red player. T1 still coming out of these T1 labs as well from the orange. I'm impressed my computer is still holding on right now. I wouldn't be surprised if it flies off into the high heavens as the unit count goes up here and the fans kick on to full blast. My goodness, those epic Zars are satisfying to watch. Wiping away swaths of units. Little heavy lasers firing as well. Just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This match feels more like an art piece than anything else. Yeah. Starfall up and running. Sure, why not? Go for a Starfall here. Fling some stars across the map. What a bizarre game. What a truly, truly bizarre game. Pawn launchers firing away over here, finding nothing up on the high ground. A little bit disappointing, probably. Nuclear launchers coming up. Surprisingly out of energy. Hilarious, considering that it doesn't take much to produce a whole bunch of aphises here. Oh my goodness, the Titan production. This is just ridiculous. The Titan production is on full blast here. We need to send these boys out. I think it's about time we send them to their doom somewhere across the map here. Epic Cargonets being built in mass too. Little army coming out from green right there. Frankly, feels like not very much. It's a whole bunch of epic grunts, but it feels like nothing at all. Oh, Starfall does get a nice little hit right here on Goku 1's base. Yeah, those shield generators not going to be enough. We need about 10 more of those. There we go. T2 Constructor does start them up. Should take about exactly 3 seconds to put those shield generators together. More and more Starfalls. The Juggernaut March is coming out, though. Yeah, those Epic Pulsars did a great job of beating back the T1 hordes over here. They basically fire a miniature nuke. Basically perfect for dealing with all of this. Everyone and their mother deciding that the pink team is the target to beat. We're going for about 4 million miniature Ragnaroks over on this side. Interesting. I wonder why. Maybe we meant to queue literal Ragnaroks, the real Ragnaroks. Could be. Nuclear balls rolling across the map here. Love the cloaked Titans over here, used as scouting. Why on earth did we fire on our own nuke? My goodness, I don't know what was happening there, but that's a little bit terrifying. I won't lie, I'm a little bit at a loss for words here. Not sure entirely what to commentate about on this one. Just an absolute mess of a battle. I'm surprised to see T1 coming out here. I feel like T3 is really the only thing that you should be producing at this point. Titans and Razorbacks and Juggernauts and Shivas and Cargonets and all sorts of other stuff like that. Seems like basically the only thing that's really worth building at this point. Maybe this is just a chance to sit back and appreciate how well balanced the game is. For all the talk about balance and adjustments and changes and all that, maybe this is a eye-opening experience into exactly what an imbalanced game looks like. Imbalanced in a strange kind of way, right? I mean, everybody has access to super bulwarks and titans and juggernauts and all that sort of stuff. Doesn't matter, though. Nobody able to actually spend their metal right now. All teams, save for Timothy Matlack, actually the only player actually producing enough T3 right now. Spamming out T3 Titans out of multiple different laboratories over here. Just brutal. Oh, there we go. Well worth it. These Titans blasting apart the super bulwarks. For what it's worth, those bulwarks did bring down a fair number of those Titans, but there's just too many of them. Hundreds upon hundreds storming the beaches. This may be the most epic screenshot ever. Authentic, maybe not. Beautiful, certainly. Here come the Heat Tigers, trying to save the day over here. Meanwhile, this side of the map has been absolutely devastated by the Epic Zars firing away. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Their nuclear cannon shell. Their 5,000 millimeter cannon shell. Starfalls and Epic Cargs all over the place trying their very best. Love that we're laying down heavy mines. I don't really feel like those are going to be too effective in this game, but who knows? Maybe I'll be thoroughly surprised. Game speed is plummeting. 22 FPS and 70 game speed. 0.70 game speed, that is. Oh, nuclear balls out on the map. Boom. Those super tumbleweed are definitely a spectacle to behold. Yeah, it looks like I think the blue team is going to be the first ones to pop, though. Professor Clap's in a little bit of trouble here, running away from the Titans, clinging to dear life. That poor Legion commander with no way to cloak. Hundreds upon hundreds of anti-nukes are fired, blasting off across the map to try and shoot down their enemies. My goodness, pancake. Pancaka? Pancaka. Light green commander. Still pumping out T1, hilariously. Inadvertently, the pink commander has ended up defending the green commander by putting all the epic Zors in the way. Don't think that was really intentional. Just a byproduct of moving T3 through the other side of the map. Maybe this is best viewed from a high perspective. Gives you a sort of a sense of scale, right? All of the base pops right there for the hot pink commander over on the left-hand side. The base for the blue commanders looking a little bit rough here. There's a lot of yellow occurring on their side of the map here. Pink pushing forward as well. My goodness. Nuclear launchers firing in mass. Yeah, okay, we're just trying to overwhelm the anti-nuke defenses over here for the green commander. I think it's a great option. Behemoth here with an excellent opportunity to fire directly into a whole horde of Titans, blasting through them with a brutal efficiency. My goodness. I am stunned that as many players haven't been eliminated as they have. Here come the epic tumbleweeds. Rolling into the base of the red player. Uh-oh. Looks like Pizza Time was not paying attention to their main facility here. T2 Labs pumping out mammoths now. Mammoths and calamities is the strategy. Looks like he hasn't noticed the tumbleweeds rolling directly into his facility, though. They've already gotten close enough. I would love to see them parked over here in these little crevices. Just park the nuclear tumbleweeds over in those crevices and then use them to detonate from the outside, whatever you need to. Yeah, we're producing assimilators, but I really think we ought to just go for the Titans. Titans or Thors, maybe. We do have Thors rolling out from some other labs over on this side here. Very nicely done. Leveraging the chaos of the T3 battle. Calamity's firing away at the nuclear payloads. Pop. Luckily, those balls not taking out anything too instrumental right here to the red player's main facilities. Still quite a pain. Anti-nukes are no longer charged right here for the blue team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 anti-nukes have been fired. I count more than that many nukes, though. Uh-oh. Boom. Massive nuclear connection. Takes out all the blue production right there. Beautifully done. Both teams firing nukes directly into the heart of the blue base right there. Nothing that could be done about that nuclear overwhelmage. It's not like you're really out, though. And remember, you can always build metal extractors on the low ground here as well. Looks like we've times 77 to the metal production here. You get 1 metal per second when you build on the low ground here, and we're producing 77. Oh, actually, these are Legion, though, so they might not be producing the whole amount. I guess you could cut down by 4 the amount of the advanced exploiter to get the number. Either one of those would work pretty good. Titans getting a little mucked up over here. Yeah, the micro definitely slipping from the fingertips. Pink player has eliminated, well, part of the green base over here. Rebuilding in this corner. Some overcharged metal extractors here. Can't help but wonder if maybe going for an Aphis or 2 wouldn't be a bad idea right here for this commander with 128,000 in the bank. Certainly feels viable. Yeah, how on earth do you close out one of these games? I feel like mass air might be a good option here. Go for about 4 million nuclear bombers. The Dragon's also very powerful, as we've all seen. Build about 4 million of those a second. You're going to be in a pretty good spot. Actually, I don't see anybody going for air. I wonder if air is banned in this. I guess it wouldn't be too hard to check here. Just need me a... Oh yeah, air is banned. Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, air appears to be turned off right now. Otherwise, I think that would make a whole lot of sense. It's something for everybody to immediately go into. Mass Juggernauts going up against Mass Thor. Juggernaut's obviously quite a bit more expensive than the Thor. So in a one-on-one fight, the Juggernaut should take it. How do the heavy landmines do against the Thor? Decently. I think the Calamities are going to do a little better, though. My goodness. What a mess. What an absolute mess. Looks like one of the pink players here, the hot pink player, has decided to tap out of the game. Goku 1 still holding strong. Trying to survive. The behemoths. My goodness, the behemoths. Blasting down the Thors in unison. There is not much that can stand up to concentrated behemoth fire. Not something we essentially ever see, concentrated behemoth fire, that is, but I suppose when you've got it, it works pretty well. Construction turrets have been built in front of this lab. Oh no. There we go. We are going to tear those down. It looks like everything's build power has just been improved. Yeah, build power of 2,000. My goodness, what a spectacle to see. Here come the Titans. The army of miniature Ragnaroks. We have about 150 miniature Ragnaroks now firing away over here, trying to blast away at this wall of Titans walking forward. Super Pulsars firing away as well. The scale of this is unbelievable. Multiple Calamities firing away as well. 10 Calamities all in unison firing away, trying to obliterate these Titans. Calamities do about 1% to a Titan per shot. 10 of them firing away. Yeah, you're gonna melt Titans pretty quickly here. Neon Spy complaining about the unit cap. The only thing saving this game from evaporating my computer instantaneously upon contact. Thor's now pushing deep into the base of the yellow commanders. Or trying to, at the very least. Those super pawns do explode in a beautiful eruption whenever they die. Some meatballs even produced here as well. Love me the meatball. Gotta be one of my favorite Armada units. The good old-fashioned meatball. Looks like our first team has died of the day, by the way. The pink team will be tapped out involuntarily. Whole bunch of assimilators moving up the ramps here on the green's eastern flank. Loads of units lingering over here on the northern side as well. Don't wonder if maybe they could push forward and do some damage. The thing about this is you can really claw back from nothing so quickly. I mean, look at what the Green Commander was able to do. Massing, not Juggernauts, massing behemoths over here in the corner off of nothing of an economy. How on earth are we going to close out this game? I think 4 million nukes is just about the only option that I can consider. Especially without the air involved. It's going to be so difficult for any one team to actually win this match. Pulsars built all over the place just because these are epic Pulsars as well, so they hit a whole lot harder. They're meant to deal with scavenger units and epic units, all that sort of stuff, so they're tuned up to 11. Pawns trying their best against the Thors over here. What a mess. What a mess. You know what this would be a great version of is a screensaver. If we could just turn this into a, yeah, just like a high-resolution screensaver, that'd be wonderful. Billions of nukes launched across the map, my goodness. There was an island there at one point. Almost lowered to the point of being even with the floor down here. My goodness. Massive nuke connects over here, blows away tons of those T2 constructors, damaging a whole lot of those poor, unfortunate cannons over here as well. Looks like the Calamities chain reacted up here. Oh no. Yeah, Calamities did chain react. Looks like a little bit of friendly fire incident. Definitely not what we were looking for. Super Pulsars having a field day, blasting away all of these. The other thing is when you put a construction tower down, it'll be able to repair all this extremely efficiently too. Something to consider. The blue team going for mass Thor. No, sorry, mass Tsar, Super Tsar. Effectively a Thor. It's actually better than a Thor by quite a margin. 9,000 metal for a Thor, 25,000 for the Epic Tsar. And they do melt Epic Tsars. Terrain deformation was not turned off, by the way, and so it's probably the reason why this is becoming so slow. One of the reasons, anyway. That terrain deformation can definitely have a huge impact on the way that these games go. These cannons can absolutely fire into the base of the green player right here, so I'm a little surprised to see that they aren't. When's the last time you've seen Ragnaroks as a sort of forward static defense? Usually you get one Ragnarok per game, and that's basically your quota. Here we have them used as essentially LLTs. Thor's rolling out all over the map. We're just sending anything that we can in any direction across the map here. I feel like Calamities and Ragnaroks are probably the best way to end this, just because you can put them up so quickly. You've already got tons and tons of metal for it. Definitely feels like the right idea here. Go for a couple of Ragnaroks over here, try and blast away at all of this. We do units sneaking around this side here. Tons and tons of anti-nuke. The behemoth wave, though. It's gonna take about 6 millennia before these behemoths get anywhere useful, but once they do, there's no coming back. The yellow team scouting via nuke here. They don't have airplanes to scout, so the easiest way to scout is to just send about 100 nukes. Wait. Looks like Jamphone may have forgotten about something over here. Yeah, that's a very elegant way of dealing with that, actually. Using the T2 constructors here to eat up the ball. Oh no. Jamphone with a huge play absolutely loses it right there. Beautifully done right there by Professor Claps, realizing, wait a second, maybe sending the Cargonet to go detonate that. Not the most elegant solution here. Let me deconstruct it instead, very peacefully, like a bomb technician dismantling some sort of high explosive. Says, wait a second, wait a second, wait a second. Let me take this apart piece by piece. Like the great Dutch Vanderland would say, the blue player, Crackleade, has a plan. And it's total thermonuclear domination. We're up to 70 nuclear launchers, and I don't think the blue player is ready to call it quits there. Setting up a hell of a defense. We're setting up epic bulwarks left, right, and center, trying to make an unpenetrable fortress over here. How many nukes does it take to get through this many anti-nukes? A lot. A lot is the answer. In fact, I don't think we even have that many nukes at this point. There's so many anti-nukes available for the red team. Yellow team may be vulnerable, maybe. Looks like the orange and yellow armies have finally clashed. There are battles to be won. The behemoths are protected by anti-nuke, which is frankly a little bit funny. I don't feel like the behemoths need to be protected by anti-nuke, but you never know. I think a nuke does less than 1% to a behemoth, if I'm correct. That's some off-the-cuff math, so don't take it entirely at face value, but I'm pretty sure it's about less than 1% per nuke against a behemoth, so I really feel like they're not too worried about being nuked to oblivion. That being said, I guess when you have almost 100 nukes, you can probably nuke down a behemoth pretty quickly. The Epic Czars are definitely a worry, though. They can fire from so far away that I wonder if they're going to be the thing that eventually wins this year. Nuclear missiles being sent all over the place. I think this might not be greedy enough. I think we really need to expand this to include just an entire field of nukes. Hundreds, if not thousands, of nukes here. Ironically, this is what we get to when we play these maps anyways, especially during the live streams, which are on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Well, EDT, in case you're interested in joining in on the fun. Usually don't look like this, but sometimes they get to this level. Sometimes they can get out of control a little bit. And you never know. You really never know. Love that we're just producing anti-nukes over here. This is ridiculous. We might as well have no build cost at all. We're producing behemoths per second over here. T2 constructors having 2,000 build power. Pretty impressive. I am surprised we're not going for offensive rotary Gatling cannons more often here. There go the anti-nukes. Firing away. There's just not enough. Oh my goodness. The crater. We've made a crater straight through the planet using nuclear technology. The anti-nuke's still firing to try and catch it. My goodness. Maybe that's the plan here. We're just gonna make craters to cordon off parts of the enemy. What a nightmare. I want to take a moment to appreciate that this game has such a variety of options available. You can go from the regular meta and jump out of that lobby and jump straight into something like this. And it's pretty impressive for a game to have that much range. I feel like we don't see that a lot out of AAA titles. It's one of the things that's so charming about Beyond All Reason. Of course, this is absolutely wacky and would probably get old after, you know, a couple of attempts or tries. Everyone would pretty much figure out the most effective strategies immediately. It just goes to show you how impressive this game is as far as its dynamic range, its ability to provide variable experiences across the board here. And in case you don't get a chance to play with Epic T3 all too often, yeah, maybe this is the game mode for you. Well, it's 2.5 millennia later, and the behemoths have reached somewhere relatively useful by now. And that would be the front line of the orange units now streaming out in mass here. And you know what? Those super pulsars are doing a damn good job of blasting these to pieces. Curious what a single beam does. Looks like about 10%. That was 2 right there. Yeah, it looks like 2 of them did about 20% damage. Wow. Definitely underestimated the super pulsars. I figured they would pale in comparison to the might of the behemoth as well, but I guess not. Titan's making it up this ramp once more. I really feel like the nuclear tumbleweed is the future, though. The Zars have finally been pulled. My goodness. So devastating, the Zar shots firing away over here. The plasma shields don't stand a chance of deflecting those. Especially not the 400 of them firing out every second. Also with these rats grouping up right here makes for an ideal target for the massive AoE damage of this thing. You can see the AoE on this is like a tactical missile. Brutal. What a brutal place to spawn as well, the red team here, right in the middle of all the carnage. There are behemoths getting dangerously close to the production facilities over here. I'd be a little worried if I were the orange team. Yeah, there we go. Blasting down with their pseudo D-gun cannon, their little stub-nose schnozzle cannon mounted on their front. Capable of blasting down basically everything over here. Shield generators start falling. Uh-oh. Super pulsar towers now coming within range. Definitely a little bit troubling. Behemoth's just as liable to friendly fire as they are to eviscerate the enemy as well, though. Definitely a concern. Although, that being said, a concern only if you care about friendly fire, and it just may not be the case here. Why be worried about friendly fire when in fact you can make 400 more units? 400 clones ready to go. 10 million more on the way. Behemoth's actually finding the behemoth production facilities of the Orange Commander. Looks like Aeon Spy having a little revelation about how effective the behemoth can be here as they slowly melt away the front line of defenses and production. Yeah, there they go, blasting apart the entire front line here. Ragnarok's now firing en masse. Volleys of cannon fire on unprecedented scales. Thor's making their way around the map. Another nuclear crater created by the powers of the nuclear Armageddon. The Apocalypse, pardon me. I believe the Armada one is the Armageddon. It's actually a really nice catch over here. It's a catch at snail's pace, but a catch nonetheless. The Behemoth do find the major production centers here, shutting all these T3 labs down. If this had come online, it would have vastly overwhelmed the production capabilities of the Green Commander here. Would love to see some more T3 labs coming up right now. No reason not to. Penkika has not hit the unit limit yet, so you might as well max out on everything that you possibly can. What a wasteland. Do I dare turn on the 4,023,000 metal? So what would that be? 4 million metal or something like that? Hilarious. Thors are actually rolling around the outside of the map, not even intentionally scouting the yellow team right here, but just matter-of-factly finding it. Jamphone's commander actually in a little bit of trouble here. Each team only with 2 commanders. It looks like, is the yellow team down to just 1 here? No, they do have 2. The other one must just be hiding in the mass of units over here. Ah, there he is. Timothy Matlack's commander, hiding in the mass of pulsars, hiding up on that hillside. Lovely stuff. Hard to even see this match from anything but a bird's eye perspective. There's just so many units. The potholes are insane. Wouldn't want to drive over that on my way to work. I'm a little surprised we're not using any of this stuff over here. We have 15 Starfalls set up. Feels like it might be enough to punch through the shielding over here. How far can they shoot is the question. Yeah, certainly well enough into the yellow backline here. At the very least, might thin out the anti-nuke numbers, and then you have a viable chance of actually slipping a couple of nukes through. Not an excellent chance, mind you, but a viable chance. Something greater than 0. Yeah, I think this nuclear strategy... Oh my goodness. It's gotta be the thumbnail, right? It's beautiful. Glory to the Cortex Empire as the missiles take shape, firing in their vast number towards the enemy. They fired over here towards the Green Commander. Beautiful. Were there enough anti-nukes? I have no hope of ever telling you. We're just gonna have to wait and see. Oh, I think the answer might be a resounding no. As they blast across the battlefield, a nuclear wasteland. And the Behemoths, well, they just about couldn't care less. They couldn't care less. Do we have multiple volleys up and running here? We do not. Ah, what a bummer. If we had multiple volleys of the nukes, we could probably overwhelm the nuclear launchers and just drain all the nukes out of the anti-nuke silos. Probably possible. Unfortunately, not gonna happen here. Thor's rolling up on this side. I wonder if they can't fire up that hill right there. Bit of a bummer. One area where the Epic Tsar is definitely a whole lot better. It does have quite a more dynamic range than the Thor. It would appear, at the very least. Epic Tsar would absolutely be able to fire up that hillside. Again, I'm not equating the two. I'm just stating that one of those tanks is built in mass against the other. And one of them is quite a bit more powerful. Case in point, Ragnarok, sent to the Shadow Realm. Not even turned to a wreck, but turned to oblivion. Nothing but debris. And there's the Calamity Fire. My goodness. This is definitely a great battlefield to just take some screenshots from, by the way, in case you're looking to harvest any good screenshots of the game. You need something to convince a friend to start playing the game. There's the Super Starfall. 25 Starfall later. Oh my god. Chain reaction, of course, starts happening between all the build power over there. Lovely stuff. I'm appalled that these Starfall didn't manage to break all that in one volley. But of course, they can just go ahead and go for a second one. It's beautiful. Down go the Titans that were lying there. My goodness, all of the Titans do pop right there. Just beautiful watching all those Titans evaporate into mist. Man, Starfall. It looks like a sun. It looks like an artificial sun in the sky. That's pretty wild. Timothy Matlack apparently not very pleased with the Starfall barrage over here. Oh, and it looks like the next team has been wiped out here. Actually, no. Maybe. Kind of. Oh yeah, there we go. Aeon Spy has been sniped by the nukes. While we're watching the glory of the Starfall come down, the Aeon Spy Empire has been crumbled here. The Epic Czars, the Behemoths, and the nukes all putting on too much pressure. What a glorious match. Timothy Matlack and Jamphone trying their very best. Jamphone pretty much out of it at this point. Oh, actually has resigned at this point. There are the Starfall. My goodness, those are so brutal. Also sending shrapnel in every direction, which is just hilarious. The Behemoths, as well as the Juggernauts, slowly making their way across the map. I do love that these Starfall are slowly but surely breaking away at these defenses here. I think maybe it's time to go for some more, right? Just go for a couple more on the low ground here, maybe a couple more over on this side as well. Game speed is coming back up to us as well as these players get knocked out of the match. Beautiful. Oh, interesting. Looks like, indeed, Timothy Matlack has actually tapped out of the game at this point. The yellow team, with no commanders remaining. Right? Am I reading this incorrectly? No. Yeah, no commanders remaining for the yellow team. It's a ghost army. Still fighting the good fight, though. Glory to Super Earth. This Epic Czars melting the Titans is insane. The metal ratio speaks volumes for how efficient they are against the Titans here. Oh. Well, there's a Starfall intercepting our viewpoint. Beautiful. A Starfalls, I should say, plural. Yeah, these Epic Czars just got a little too close. The Super Pulsars trying their very best, but just no chance that they were ever going to come in contact with it. Just like that. Looks like the green team will decide to resign here as well. I mean, this would have been an epic clash, but I think eventually the blue team just had the nukes to overwhelm the green as well. Yellow team apparently has not resigned or some such, but the blue team claiming victory? Question mark? Not sure what's going on right now. Somehow the yellow team is still hanging out here. Commander is speeding its way over in this direction. Gonna crank up the game speed and hopefully we'll get things moving. I would hope a machine war would be like this, says Professor Claps. Fair. This will be an impressive machine war. What a mess. What a bizarre mess. Looks like an orange tank is still up and standing over here as well. Yeah, not surprised things broke at this scale here. Certainly pushing bar to one of its limits at this point. Either way, though, a beautiful match. More of an art piece than anything else set up here. But I sure had a fun time watching. I'm not sure how to end. I mean, the blue team has obviously claimed victory here, but I do want to see the destruction of this base. The Tsar is having a really rough time here. How high can we crank the game speed up? 2.64 at this point. Here we go. It's glorious. Glorious. How many nukes is that in total? 141, give or take, firing across the map at this point. Why did we send those to the back? I mean, I don't have the words. I don't have the words to describe what we just saw right there. Tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. We're going into quick shots at this point. Trying desperately to close this out. Definitely a bit of an odd one, with commanders tapping out of the game here and then no longer in control. Quite literally just the blue commanders playing the game anymore. There we go. The base is eradicated. Oh, we're getting close. So close. Just a couple more nukes into the backline, and I think we've got it. Come on now. I know you can do it, Blue. Calculate and Professor Claps. Certainly trying their best. Starfall's firing away. Nukes sent over that direction as well. Boom goes the dynamite. What a match. Thanks a ton for watching if you did make it this far. I'd sure appreciate it if you hit a like on the video. This is certainly pretty far away from standard. Pretty much even out of my realm here. We do some funky things around here, but yeah, this is well above my pay grade. If you enjoyed this sort of thing, feel free to let me know in the comments. Probably won't cover another match like this in a good long while. Need to recoup my tastes after being absolutely blown away by the thermonuclear detonations that was this game. But I sure do hope you appreciated it, and I will see you in the very next match of Beyond All Reason. Oh, there's the graphs. Lovely.